In this video, I'm going to talk about organizing your Google Drive and creating a student portfolio. Alright, so here I am in my Drive. I can expand it. And I have my third grade folder that is shared out with Ms. Grabowski. So if I'm a student, this would be a great place to store all the things that I create so that she can see them. Also, by creating it in this folder, my third grade folder, when I move on to fourth grade, I know right where all my third grade documents are. So what I could do is come into this folder and start to organize. Alright, I'm in my Drive third grade folder. I have something that I created, but I want to start to create a couple other folders. So I'm going to create another one, and let's just call this Language Arts. Okay, there's my new folder. Maybe we do another one and we call it Science. Create. And maybe I'm going to create another one just called Random Items. Okay, so I'm starting to get organized. I have a couple folders where I can put things where they're going to be a little bit easier to find in the future. So this easy ways to share, this is kind of a random item. So I'm going to go ahead and move it into that folder. I'm going to hit the checkbox here, come up to the folder icon where it says Organize. And I'm going to expand my third grade folder and put it in the random items and go ahead and move it there. Move out of shared folder. Other users will no longer see this item in shared folder third grade. Go ahead and click OK. There we go. Random items. It's still there. And we can still see that it's still shared with Ms. Grabowski. It's okay. It's just a new folder within a folder. Everything in the main third grade folder is still shared with her. Alright. And I can see that in this third grade folder I have these few items here. We're in the random items folder. I'll go back up to the main third grade level. And let's just say that I've been working with Google Drive for a little bit of time and I want to move some things into it that I've created in the past. So I'm going to go ahead and just think about what I want to do. Are these items that were shared with me? Have I started it? Are they recent items? They could be a variety of everything. So I'm going to actually go ahead and click on my Drive, open it up, and come down and just search for, I've done a variety of these Google Apps test documents over the past few months. So I'm actually going to go ahead and check, just check a couple different ones here and show you that I can actually move several documents into one folder at the same time. So I'm going to click on that Organize button, expand my third grade folder, and put this in the Random Items folder. And go ahead and move them in there. There we go. I can come back to my Random Items folder, and as you can see, it's starting to get populated. I have a variety of items in there. So I'm starting to get organized, and when I'm a fourth grader, I can look back and see exactly where things are. It's easy to find. It's not a mess. And my teacher also has access to all my documents, so she can read and give me feedback. Okay, now if I'm just creating a new document, and maybe it's something that I'm doing in Language Arts, what I'd want to do is, and we'll just collapse this, we'll open up my Drive, we'll come to our third grade folder, and we'll go into Language Arts. So if I want this item to be in my Language Arts folder, I want to make sure that I'm in that folder. My Drive, third grade, Language Arts, I'm in the correct folder. So now if I create a document, it's going to go right into that folder. So here we go, Document, Create. And let's just call this LA Test. Click OK, and if we come up to Share, we can still see Ms. Grabowski still has the edit abilities there. And I'm going to get out of there. And you can see in my Language Arts folder, I now have this LA Test. Okay, there it is. It's at the right spot. Okay, I'm going to come back to my Drive. Maybe I just logged in and I'm very excited to write something. And I come in here and I start to type in my science document. I'm working on it. I have some great ideas and I start jotting them down. And then I go ahead and close it and I realized, oh no, I didn't put this in the correct folder. This is just in my Drive. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on my Drive, make sure I'm there. And it was called Science. So I could either come down here and look for that science document, or if I didn't know where it was, I could, of course, come up to the search feature and start typing in the word science, and there's that document. Okay? Two different ways to find it. But what I want to do is I want to maintain my organization. So I'm going to come down here to Science Document, check it, Organize, expand my third grade folder, put it in the Science folder, and move it there. There we go. It's out of my Drive in general, and now it should be in my science folder. So there we go. That's in my science folder. So as you can see, by creating a third grade folder, not only does it allow you to share with your teacher or other students or their staff members, but you're organizing in a great way. Okay, all your language arts assignments, your science, random items, and you can create as many folders as you see fit. But it's a great way to get organized. And that way, when you come and it's time for fourth grade, you create another folder, you call it fourth grade, create your folder. Oh, and I actually made a mistake. I was in the third grade folder and I put my fourth grade folder in the science folder. Okay, so what I can do is reorganize. I checked it. I'm going to click organize, click on my drive, so it's going to go to the main level and move it. There we go. Now it's in the main level of my drive. So now as a fourth grader, I'm ready to come into my folder and start creating other folders that I can organize myself as a fourth grader. And then as you move on to 5th and 6th grade and in the middle and high school, you're going to organize yourself in the same way. And that's a great way to stay organized and share out within Google Drive.